A good night of Shabbos. What's a Shabbos is Alef Nissan. It's our Rebbe's Yom Haledes, his birthday. The Rebbe was born in 1902 in Nikolaev. And we still celebrate it, and not only still celebrate it, we celebrate it with more strength and vigor. I remind myself of a story that the Rebbe's aide, his steward, Reb Sholom Gansburg, related. It's printed in his Sefer B'Kodesh Pnima. And he says over there that one day the Rebbe was speaking like to himself while he happened to be around, and he heard it. And the Rebbe said, I was born on a Friday, and Friday everything is late because everyone's rushing for Shabbos. So regardless if it's a short Friday or a long Friday, the winter, the summer, makes no difference. There's always not enough time. And the Rebbe says, I was born on a Friday. I'm late. What am I late with? I haven't done as much as I wanted to accomplish throughout my lifetime. I'm late. Gansburg mustered the strength to tell the Rebbe, how could you say that? No one accomplishes everything that he would like during his lifetime. And you've done so much. Who has done more than you to bring, to spread Torah mitzvahs, to teach Yidden, to make Balei Tshuva, to have Shluchim Chabad houses, yeshivas, etc., etc. And if my memory serves me well, the Rebbe said, oi bazoi, or something. I don't know if he made a hand gesture, or he said, okay. That's the story. I'm thinking about this as we prepare for Alef Nissan. I want to talk about what the Rebbe, what Gansburg told him. I understand, and the Rebbe shook his head and said yes. But what did the Rebbe mean over here? He's late. The Rebbe didn't know what he accomplished. He didn't know who he is. That's foolish. An intelligent person, especially a Chabadnik, especially a Lubavitcher Rebbe, knows very well what he accomplished. The Rebbe wrote that famous letter to the President Ben Tzvi of Eretz Yisrael years ago, that from the young age of 3 or 11, I forget what, he dreamed about Mashiach's coming and how the world would look and be with Mashiach's coming. In other words, it's in his DNA from his very, very young childhood, the coming of Mashiach. The Rebbe is saying, I was born on a Friday, I'm late. To me, personally, I'm talking just the way to me, means Mashiach is not here yet. So you could accomplish this and great things. It's still late. And the Rebbe he told us to Gansburg, I believe, when he was already in the 70s, 80s, he was an older person. Where's Mashiach? And if you learn the Rebbe's Torah, Sichos, his Maimorim, his letters, follow the Farbrengens, you see that this never changed. This Nekuda, this point, was with him all his life. On one hand, to recognize who you are, to be besimcha, to continue growing and working and pushing, and at the very same time, to reflect, especially when it comes to a birthday, which is a day of solitude, as the Rebbe writes in Hayom Yom, where is Mashiach? I'm late. It's late. And that itself is not with a morbidity and a moroshchoira, melancholy and depression, but rather a frustration, as it's explained in Tanya, the difference between frustration, meridus, and atzvus, depression, melancholy. Melancholy, atzvus is negative and forbidden, terrible. Frustration, meridus, is positive, proactive. Get up and do something about it. And this we saw with the Rebbe. So in other words, he's voicing his frustration. I'm late. I was born on a Friday. Alef Nissan 1902 was on a Friday. So in other words, the message that the Rebbe is taking from the day that he was born on a Friday and that there's never enough time is, don't be satisfied with what you did. So Gansburg's retort really doesn't address the Rebbe's concern, the Rebbe's objective. On the contrary, what I see is in the Rebbe's words not a depression and a negativity, but rather total positivity. What are we doing about it? It's late. And this is a healthy and a very healthy attitude and way of refining oneself and refining the world and dealing with people and dealing with the world. So, Rabbi Say, let's get with it. Everyone can, must, and will contribute to Mashiach's coming. Just a matter of getting off our bottoms, girdling our loins, and being proactive with Ahavas Yisrael, with true love, non-judgmentalism, and working hard and pushing the envelope. And we'll definitely see the Rebbe Malkeinu Bereshenu with Bias Mashiach Tzidkeinu, with Alef Nissan, and we'll march to the Geula with total simcha and betochen, freilichkeit. Amen, Amen. Good Shabbos, good Yom Tov.